Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one counter over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 1 hour time frame, and let's check out the bearish scenario first. In this one we would have to label this as a wave W, X or Y, and well, it could be labeled as an ABC as well, just because again this first leg here looks way more like a five-way structure than anything else. But again, I can't really get a good looking structure in here. We have the highest high on RSI here, so that would be the third of third. If this is indeed the third of fifth, then we would have this as the fifth of fifth, completing this whole structure as that. Well, I'm not quite sure how we're going to be labeling this. Is this a five-way structure here? Is this the second? And then again, this would be third, fourth and fifth. Possibly, I'm not quite sure. Again, there is definitely a possibility that this was the high. However, I'm still hopeful until we don't take out, or if we don't take out the current lows that we have basically, then we still have that potential of getting that potential fifth wave in, which is again still my primary. And in this one, I'll still have this exactly same labeled as yesterday, in which we would have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fifth here. And now we would be correcting this as the wave 4. Now we have gotten right to the 0.5 here now, and this is basically the maximum we can get. If we are taking out the previous lows here of wave 4 of this third wave, then we are calling this whole thing not possible, and we would be most likely looking for more downside here. And this would be again a pivot point to create this into a three-way structure, whether it's an ABC or WXY, whichever you prefer. Again, this would be the pivot point to the downside. I have a short from here, just looking for this structure to finish. I think it is finished actually here at this very lows, which we are going to go into next. But yeah, I think it is very good looking. Now, if we are comparing time between the wave 2 here to that wave 4, we can see that there is a pretty okay look between the comparison there. 1 to 1 was just basically 1 or 2 hours earlier than this current low that we had. So if we want to be even seeing that time 1 to 1 comparison, then there is that fact. There is that correlation there. Now let's check out this smaller time frame. Let's go to 5-minute time frame here. And yesterday I think we had this structure coming up. I was thinking that we had this as an ABC before. It still can be like that. However, I do think that it is possible that wave W is here actually, and we have this as a wave Y here. Again, it is not very easy to get all these structures right here, because again, all of these are very three-wave-ish. And that is one other reason why I do prefer that this is still a correction to the downside, and we would be moving up higher overall. In here again, wave X could be a three-way structure in here, another three-wave, and a potential triangle here. But again, we have taken out these highs here, so A, B, C, D, E. This E should have not taken out these highs, so we can't really get a good looking triangle in here because of these highs. So I feel like we have to just call it as a W, X, and then Y here. This last leg is kind of big, but again, this last top did not even take out the highs here, so not that good of a look, but we can't really choose it. We had the potential of here having this as a triangle, but again, we did have this high breaking all the structure here for that potential triangle, so I don't really like it at the moment. After the X was put in place yesterday evening or night for me basically, this happened here. We got a nice drop here. There was a lot of earnings coming in. I think Amazon and Dow definitely dumped quite hard. And yeah, this I feel like it is potential for a five-way move. This last leg here for that potential C here has the potential again for a five-way move. We do have that divergence at the end here, so it could be potential five ways, and therefore we could have this as a five-way as well. This would be very odd looking though, something like that. So yeah, it is not very clear, this structure on smaller timeframes at the moment either. 1-to-1 was hit with for the WXY here at the lows, and 0.618 also hit for this ABC structure. So all the requirements basically are met here. If we are going to turn out and take these lows out still, then we are most likely taking out the previous lows of wave 4, and at that point again we might want to shift our bias to the downside again. The short that I have here is very small compared to the longs, and I am most likely taking another long setup here. If we are getting a bit deeper here, taking out this current low that we have here around 20.14k, taking that out and then looking for higher prices. And I think that is the game plan for today. If this is going to, I feel like this is definitely going to be playing out today, whether we are going to break through these lows here or the previous wave 4, or we are going to get this pump. Of course, it could be starting to build up something like this, but again, the weekend is coming, and I feel like if we are going to get stuck in a range, I'm not quite sure what pattern that would be fitting too well. Could we get a fake pump here, 3 ways, and then another 3-way structure to create a larger wave 4 here? Very much of a possibility. However, I do prefer that we are just going to get this wave 4 already done and now get that faith in, and then looking for that reversal again downwards. But I feel like that is pretty much the lower time frame expectations. Again, the main idea here is that we had an ABC here. Again, one more high is my expectation. If not, then I'm just going to get stopped out down here and look for higher prices to get into a short. But we'll see how that turns out. But if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.